No, I'll never do this again, like ever. There's no reason for me to ever do this again. There were so many times on the road where I was like, why are you doing this? Like, you know, I don't need any help getting hurt, you know, like I get hurt enough skating, like I'm like breaking bones, like riding motorcycles in Vietnam. Like, sometimes I would just get really mad about it. Like, what am I doing?
This trip was set up by Patrick Wallner and myself, who had been emailing back and forth for a while about different tour ideas and really kind of trying to step it up a notch compared to like what we had already done. I found a photo online of these motorbikes on a boat in some lake, and it was one of the sickest photos to me, and I emailed it to Patrick and I was like, I want to do this. And he said, oh, well, we could do that in Vietnam. So basically that's how it started, and we agreed to co-produce the trip. So he kind of put together half the crew and I put together the other half of the crew. The crew we came up with was Joey Pepper from New York, Keegan Sauter from Vancouver,
Javier Mendizabal from the Basque Country,
John Maring from New York,
Jerry Sue from San Jose,
Michael McLeod from Germany,
and Patrick Wallner, originally from Hungary.
The idea was to ride north to south and skate anything we could find in between.
Jonathan was really set on all of us riding this Russian-made Minsks, which is it's a Soviet-era two-stroke dirt bike, and sounds really awesome. As soon as I saw them and then rode one, I was pretty much over it.
they were sketchy. And especially for like to drive all across the country for this long, and people start to like, okay, I'm gonna get a different motorbike, you know, like more like a new motorbike that is more like safe.
It's not looking good.
We're trying to get bikes for everybody, but it's not so easy. The motorbikes are not in the best condition. I'm not the best driver ever. I'm a little bit scared, I have to say.
This thing's been sucking up dust since '72. Clean as a whistle. Wish I was a tree coming. Look out.
I wasn't an experienced rider, so I didn't want to, you know, deal with the super crazy Russian piece of shit, you know. I wanted something reliable because I'm unreliable on the bike, so I needed something better.
I went to go try to find a beer, but I found this.
Once I heard Keegan say that he wasn't going to get one, I was like, I'm not going to get one either. I kind of, you know, followed him because, you know, he's used to riding motorcycles. He knows about motorcycles.
In the end, we had limited time, so we ended up like all just scrambling to get bikes from this one dude, and he really only had one Minsk. John, he got the Minsk. The rest of us ended up with a random other assortment of Hanoi's finest.
We spent like 3 days in Hanoi getting the motorbikes, getting ready, and then yeah, the night before we were leaving, we have like a meeting.
If you're in front and you know you gotta make a turn, when you make the turn, stop. Yeah. And wait for everyone to get to
At the light as well.
Yeah, and at the lights, like always.
We sat down, mapped it out, had everyone had an idea of what we were gonna do.
We ended up waking up at 5:30 or 6 in the morning, packed our shit together.
I didn't bring anything on this trip. I like bought like riding gloves, you know, just like things that I knew that I would need on the bike.
One thing I did come prepared with are these bad boys. These will really help, because their hands will get cold. These clowns didn't bring them, but I did.
That's my GPS.
We really weren't that prepared because we just didn't understand, especially the weather. Like, we didn't understand that it was gonna rain for like 4 days on the road. So not that much preparation happened. It was just like, just go, pretty much.
thought it would be like summer all the time.
This is why you see people on motorcycles wearing like long sleeve shit in the
It's actually
summertime.
not even that bad.
No, this is why no one came on this trip.